The N.C.W.F.A. For those who don't know, it's dead. And good. I'm fucking glad. I'll explain why. The N.C.W.F.A. started from a company called the B.C.W.L., which is the Battle Zone Combat Wrestling League. It was ran by Dan Dominator, and after he had left his own company, we created our own. We created the Neighborhood Championship Wrestling Federation All-Stars. And for a while, we were doing successful when we uploaded videos. And it was doing good. Our channel was doing great. We were getting the views that we wanted. We weren't trying to be like PewDiePie and exploding all over the internet, but we were trying to stay afloat. Well, just like a plant, if you're not giving it the right amount of attention, it dies. A plant needs soil, water, and sunshine. N.C.W.F.A. needed just to be relevant, to put videos up. Because there are some people, especially younger people, who watch our videos and like them. They'd watch our backyard wrestling videos and be like, oh my god, that was cool, he hit him with a light bulb. And right before the N.C.W.F.A. died, we were trying to outdo the last video. Because you've seen, we've done a lot of crazy shit. I've powerbombed Nick through a little TV dinner tray. I had kicked Mr. Fahrenheit into a river of ice water. I hit Nick in the head with a light bulb. Nick and Carson were pulling out some TNA-style whip-ass shit. And we were doing good for the most part. But here's the problem. It's backyard wrestling. Before I get to that, I want to bring up a good point. Nick was in charge of uploading videos and editing the videos. But, again, just like a pet or a plant, if you're not giving it food, it dies. That's pretty much what Nick the Nuke Bruton did. He forgot to feed his pet. He would record so many videos, but he would never upload them. He would just gather them, stack them up, just boom, 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 boom. And then eventually, the videos just stayed on his laptop. They stayed on his hard drive. And he just, what was his excuse? He's fucking lazy. He would say, oh, it's because I got homework. Oh, it's because I got high school wrestling practice. Oh, it's because I got graduation. Oh, it's because I got surgery. Oh, it's because my turtle died. Oh, it's because I have to take a trip to Vegas. He'd have every excuse in the world. And then finally, in 2011, he left for Maine. The N.C.W.F.A. had so many more videos to upload. We really did. I'm probably guesstimating we had over 20 videos. I could be wrong, but the last I remembered, there were so many videos, even back to the BCWL era, that never got uploaded. You know, because we were starting to get big. Like, as soon as I unmasked myself, because, you know, I had been wearing a mask on the internet for like 5 years, and then I took it off, and I made this big announcement, and we were getting popular. You know, we were getting views by the hundreds, which, if you're like PewDiePie, that isn't shit. But to us, that was a big deal. You know, something like 2 people liked the video, and we were like, oh my god, we're getting so popular, you know? But again, Nick would just not upload them. And 2010, there was like a shit ton of matches that should have been uploaded. Like a shit ton of really good ones. Or so I thought they were good. You know, and like, I was skinny back then too. You know, I was like right under 200 pounds, you know, doing Hurricane Ranas to Jimmy and shit. And, you know, we were doing a really good job. And then Nick just got lazy. Jimmy went to the Navy, and Nick was like, fuck it, ain't uploading any more videos. And that's what happened. And then in 2011, we went to Virginia, and I can honestly say that the video we made in Virginia was kind of like N.C.W.F.A.'s like salute off. Like, goodbye. That's it. We're done. The child passed away. So, but now going back on it, and here's the reason why looking back on my videos I actually cringe and think they're stupid. As of April 30th, 2016, Stephen Rainmaker is a professional wrestler. Yep. I signed a contract in January. I had all that training. I got my ring gear. April 30th, I made my debut at the Premier Wrestling Alliance in Lancaster, Ohio. We were at the fairgrounds this time. I was involved in a 20-man battle royal. Or it might have been 15, I don't remember. Yeah, I think it was just 15, but anyways. So, with that being said, now that I'm a professional wrestler, it is extremely hard for me to go back on N.C.W.F.A's channel, watch those videos, and not cringe. Like, don't get me wrong, we've had a lot of good times as friends, but our content itself was garbage. Because, again, once you actually understand how professional wrestling works, and you've been in the ring wrestling against licensed trainers, people who have been in the World Wrestling Entertainment, you look back at amateur crap like backyard wrestling, and you realize how fucking stupid it is. You cringe, and you just go, oh, what was I thinking? It's kind of like when you're in your 40s now, and you're married and you got kids, and you look back when you were like 18, 19 years old, getting drunk and smoking weed, and you're just like, what the fuck was I thinking? It's just, it's like a bad haircut that you had in when you were a kid. And then now that you're older and you look back, you're like, why the fuck did I used to rock that style? That was stupid. So, yeah, we became professional wrestlers. Well, me and Jimmy Fahrenheit did. Carson is underdevelopmental, and he's working on building up. Nick is not pursuing his career. Dan's not pursuing it, and Tate's not pursuing it. Those three men are actually married. 2 of them have kids. Nick does not have any children yet. But if you are a backyard wrestler, this is not a stab at you. I'm not saying that you're stupid. I'm saying what you are doing is stupid. And if you still want to wrestle and entertain people, let me explain something. Don't do it on YouTube. Do it in a ring. And I don't care where you're from. Let me explain something. I'm from Ohio. You would figure, everyone talks shit about how Ohio, there's nothing here for anybody. But if you want to be a pro wrestler, if you are from here, there are a lot of places. There's Tough, there's SCW, there's IWA, there's PWA, there's Pro Wrestling Ohio, there's that Cleveland company. There are a lot. I think Rockstar is actually here. Depending on what state you're in, Google search it. Like, say, especially if you're from, like, the big cities, like, like New York, or big towns, big states. If you're from, like, New York, or Florida, or California, anything that's, like, heavily populated, you're going to find some wrestling companies in your area. Just Google search it. Get on there and be like, independent wrestling companies in Wisconsin, or Georgia, or Texas, or whatever. You'll find a professional wrestling school. You may have to drive quite a bit of ways to get there, but just look over your contract, make sure it's the right thing for you to do, and do it. That's the only reason why I did backyard wrestling, is because I wasn't a professional wrestler. I wanted to be, but I wasn't. If you're a backyard wrestler, you're not a professional wrestler. And everyone's like probably going to be mad at me for saying that. How I'm dogging on N.C.W.F.A, and everyone's like, that's where you got your start. No, I got my fucking start when I signed that contract in 2016. Okay? The Stephen Rainmaker, back when he was a kid, beating his friends up, that was one thing. When you're 12, 13 years old and you're just beating your friends up behind closed doors and you're not being videotaped, whatever. But then, like when you're 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 years old, trying to make a successful YouTube career out of backyard wrestling, it's fucking stupid. If you're a backyard wrestler, stop doing what you're doing now. Be a pro wrestler. If you're from Ohio, you can hit me up on Facebook, and I can tell you so many companies. My company's in Lancaster, which is like a 25, 30-minute drive from where I'm at. So, yeah, if you backyard wrestle, stop. Also, if NCWFA makes any more videos, it's not because they're new. They're going to be videos from like 2009, 2010, and maybe like one or two or three in 2011. You might catch a very few in 2012 because Mr. Fahrenheit came back to Columbus for a while, and he was messing around or whatever. But that's it. That's it. Seriously, if you think that there's going to be any videos, like brand new ones, you think that June of 2016 that I'm going to be wrestling in Asbury Elementary, against like Crazy Carson, you're wrong. So I strongly encourage that you guys, if you want to be professional wrestlers, do exactly what I just told you. I did it. I made it to the top. I got another match coming up on May 14th. So if anybody wants to, if you're from the Lancaster area, if you want to come out and see me wrestle, 737 Slocum Avenue, Lancaster, Ohio. All right, guys, this is Stephen Rainmaker saying rock on.